loathe eggplants. At least I did until this recipe. Behold my crispy pesto eggplant bites. And yes, if you too are an eggplant hater, I pinky promise you are basically gonna devour these in like 2 seconds. They're cheesy, crispy on the outside, so soft, melts in your mouth on the inside, and they have the most irresistible punch of pesto that is just so good. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button below, join the Steamy Vegan fam for free. I make a heck of a lot of healthy, high protein, plant-based recipes here on the channel every single week, and I don't want you to miss out. Okay, let's get into it. So for this recipe today, we're gonna be using a long Chinese eggplant. And honestly, this is kind of the perfect recipe for when you have an eggplant that's, I guess you could say, seen better days. So first and foremost, we're going to slice and salt the eggplant. I like to slice into about 3/4 inch slices, not quite an inch, but just a little bit less. And since the eggplant I have today is so skinny, I'm kind of cutting it on a diagonal to increase the surface area of each piece. Throw your eggplant in a mixing bowl, and we are now going to, salt the ever-loving goodness out of our eggplants. Just about 2 generous pinches of salt, and then just basically toss, and massage the salt into each and every piece into a colander, and just let this sit over a bowl or over your sink for the next 30 minutes or so. This is a pesto air fryer eggplant recipe, okay? So we gotta make some pesto, and I'm gonna quickly show you my favorite version of it, okay? So grab yourself a blender or a food processor. We got 2 lovely cups of fresh basil leaves into the bowl of your food processor, followed by 1/2 cup of pumpkin seeds. Mine are roasted and salted, but really they could be raw as well. A tablespoon of nutritional yeast for kind of cheesy, savory vibes. 2 cloves of garlic, the juice of 1/2 a lemon, which is about 2 tablespoons, a good pinch of salt, and a few healthy grinds of black pepper. Then pop a lid on her. And then we're gonna blend this pesto up on high speed. And as it blends, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drizzle in alternatingly 1/4 cup each of water and of olive oil. If you're looking for a really good olive oil, this is the one I've been using lately. It's from PJ Cabo, so I'll leave a link below for you guys to check it out. Oh baby. Okay, we're kind of going for like, you know, scoopable, but still with a little bit of texture. Classic pesto. Pesto, check. That probably looked like a backwards check to you. Check. Now we just need to mix up the wet ingredients and dry ingredients for battering the eggplant. Starting with the dry ingredients, it's following a pretty basic breadcrumb dry mix structure. We've got 1/3 cup of some breadcrumbs. I'm doing gluten-free, but you can do any variety of breadcrumbs you like, into a bowl. Followed by 3 tablespoons of some almond flour, a few handy dandy spices like nutritional yeast, onion powder, garlic powder, and some salt. Lastly, we've got 3 tablespoons of some finely shredded vegan Parmesan cheese. And just give it all a good mixy to combine thoroughly. Wow, just this alone smells so flippin' good. Done. Yoink that bowl out of the way and replace it with another bowl. In goes 1/3 cup of chickpea flour, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. No wait, that's garlic powder. That's garlic powder, not onion powder. And 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of plant milk. I'm just using plain soy milk, and that's it for the wet ingredients. Give it a quick mixy to kind of combine into a batter. Ta-da! And then for a plot twist that no one saw coming, we're gonna add some of that pesto we just made for an extra dose of pesto-y goodness in every single bite. About 2 tablespoons is all we want, and mix it in. Perfect. Doing this is actually loosely inspired by my pesto tofu recipe, which is also a crispy, crunchy dream of a recipe that you literally need to make if you haven't already. But yeah, anyway, let's get into this eggplant business, shall we? How's it doing? So it's been just about half an hour, and you can see that the eggplant basically looks wet now. And that's because it is really wet. So what we're gonna do is lay out a kitchen towel or some paper towels, and we're just going to carefully place each piece of eggplant on the towel and pat it dry, baby. That's literally it. Pat, 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 pat. Just like that. we have pretty much nice dry pieces of eggplant. Perfect for battering. So you're gonna need an air fryer basket. I'm using my toaster oven air fryer today, so this is the one I got. Your eggplants, your dry mix, and your wet mix. We've got a little assembly line going here, okay folks? So you take a piece of eggplant. With one hand, you dip it in the wet mix, let any excess drip off, then you throw it in a dry mix. I like to try and keep my wet hand and my dry hand separate as much as possible to avoid like really getting all gunky. It's ultimately unavoidable, but you can kind of try your best. Kind of flip each piece over, coat it in the dry stuff, shake off any excess, and boom, you have a beautifully breaded specimen. Plop her in an air fryer basket and pretty much just repeat until you've used up every last piece of eggplant. Now, let it be known that you can do this whole recipe with one of these big mama jammas, a large globe eggplant. You simply follow the same steps, but you're basically just gonna need to make about, I'd say 2 to 3 times the amount of the wet mix and the dry mix to accommodate for the larger size of the globe eggplant. You can also do this with pretty much any vegetable you want. Zucchini would be amazing in this style. Now, if you happen to have a lot of this wet mixture, you can totally put it in a sealable container and leave it in the fridge for 3 to 4 days if you wanna make a second batch the next day or try this out with some other veggies. You are empowered. I've just got my oven preheating now, so what I like to do next is take some cooking spray, could be any one you like, and then just give each piece a really quick coat of oil and flip them over and repeat. I like to do this because it helps them brown nicer and get a little bit extra crispy, which is never a bad thing. And into the air fryer for about 17 to 20 minutes at 375 Fahrenheit until nice and golden. Now, when we're about 3 minutes or so away from them being done, a fun but optional step you could do is add some vegan mozzarella cheese shreds on top. I'm just using the Daiya brand, it's my favorite personally. You can just add a little tiny bit on top of each piece. This obviously would be a little bit easier to do if you're using a larger eggplant. My pieces are quite small, so that's why I'm saying it's optional. It's pretty much giving like eggplant parm vibes, if you know what I mean. Back in the air fryer to melt a couple minutes. Ta-da! Plate them up, baby. Ooh, okay, now it's time to just top them off with some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. I'm using the Violife vegan cheese. Dip them in some pesto and go to town. Oh my god. This might be the only way I'll ever eat eggplant. And I'm fine with that. Crispy outside, creamy, soft inside. I, for one, am just happy that eggplants and I can finally get along. If you guys want some more crispy air fryer recipes, check out my pesto tofu I mentioned earlier right here. And if there's a vegetable that you absolutely hate, let me know in a comment and I will see if there's a way I can make you love it in a future video. Thank you so much for being here and for subscribing. I'll see ya in another video real soon. Ta-ta!